What's wrong with the lights?
It's a little test run. For midnight on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, should we sing Auld Lang Syne?
This is serious, Tom. I want to know how you'll handle it.
We do have work to do, sir.
Then find some other way of doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Y2K has struck harder than expected. No phone, no power, no computers. How do you handle it?
Is it serious?
Very. So imagine I'm not here. Oh, and the vehicles are out of fuel because the pumps aren't working.
Parish, nick over to my place, will you? You'll find an old bike hanging up in the garage.
Right.
What, are we blacked out?
Not really. We're just pretending there's no electricity.
What a stupid idea is this?
Mine.
Morning, sir.
I'm simulating a disaster.
Your secret is safe with us, sir. The Millennium Bug has struck early.
Car's been knocked out. What do you do?
Hire a generator, sir.
Good idea. Doyle, get onto it, will you?
It's going to cost a packet.
Charge it to the region.
Wait a second.
With respect, sir, I thought that you weren't here.
You can't go hiring generators and charging them to the region's account.
This is an emergency.
Well, obviously, I don't want you to spend any money.
Well, that's more in line with departmental policy, sir.
Help! Help! Help!
Oh, jeez, mate. You done to yourself?
Mate, thank God. Get me out of here, would you?
No worries. Is that Gary Scully out there?
Yeah, it's me.
Well, I'll be right if the electricity goes out because I am on gas.
Well, there mightn't be any gas either. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Forget pizzas.
Oh, now that'd be serious.
Emma, you're back. Hey, Emma.
Now listen up, she's got something she'd like to say.
Thank you for all the cards and presents.
Glad you will, Emma. Good to have you home. Let's get this stuff out the back, eh?
Are you really sure I should go to school?
Well, Doc says you're okay, so we'll give it a go, eh?
I'll come give you a hand, huh?
Lovely.
Oh, Tom, you were in the army. You must know that if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. There was a word for it. What was it called?
Snafu.
Snafu.
Situation normal.
Thank you.
Yeah, but that was the army.
And this is practically a military operation, let me tell you.
Well, that's very reassuring.
I've called a snap meeting of the local response groups for the Emergency Management Centre. You know where that is, of course.
Morning, sir. Constable Lawson, sir.
Yes. Morning, Lawson.
Boss, I found Gary here, hanging from a tree in a net.
You what?
What are you doing in a net, Gary?
Well, I'm walking along, minding my own business, when all of a sudden, whoosh! I'm up in the air in this flaming bloody great net thing. Lucky Jackie had come along, otherwise I'd still be in it.
Oh, where was this?
There's a horse tied to my car.
It's mine, sorry.
Thank you, Lawson. Where did this happen?
Just up from my place on the Jansens. So I thought I'd just nip in and have a bit of a poke around, you know.
And Gary, this net was what, some sort of animal trap? What?
Oh, I don't know, but I tell you what, they knew what they were doing. It was pretty well made. As soon as I stepped on it, whoosh! I'm 6 foot off the ground, just like that.
Lawson, did you see anybody else when you found Gary?
No, just Gary.
Well, these Jansens, do we know anything about them?
No, not a thing.
Weekenders. Bloke and his wife, kids.
Oh, it could have been the kids.
Well, maybe they were after you.
Why would they be after me?
Come on, Gary, you got a habit of wandering on other people's property.
There's no excuse. Stuart, go out there and talk to the Jansens, check up on them. In the meantime, I'll check up on the law regarding man traps.
Let it go back a fair way.
Several hundred years, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. A would? Yeah, sure.
Emma was in a coma. She could have died. That's why Maggie came back.
Mate, I saw you together in the hospital.
Yeah, okay, more information.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that you look great together, the three of you.
Beg your pardon?
You should be together.
But you love her.
Which is why I wouldn't stand in the way of her happiness.
You talk to Maggie about this?
What's there to talk about? I know how you feel about each other.
God, PJ.
Ben, I know what I'm doing.
You sure about that?
Oh, Emma looks well.
Yeah, it's amazing how they bounce back. Rachel wants a home. And she's right, of course. I mean, we're working all over Christmas and she needs to be with her family, really.
How did she take the news?
Well, she's just going to have to get used to it.
Oh, poor kid, it couldn't be easy for her, could it?
If you told me that I'd end up divorced and living away from my family, it's all I ever wanted, a wife and kids.
Same.
Yeah?
Yeah, must be the Irish Catholic in me. Mind you, I wouldn't want to end up with someone like my father. What is that?
Oh, it looks like someone's playing cowboys.
Warwick Jansen, my wife Barbara, and these are two of our three, Miranda and Aidan.
Hi, kids.
Hi.
Miranda, go and find your brother.
Ah, here he is. And this one's Toby.
G'day.
G'day, Toby.
So, is there some sort of problem?
Well, your neighbour, Gary Scully, he reported that he got caught in some sort of net on your property. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, so that's what happened to it. Yeah, Toby told me it had been cut down.
He didn't mean
it was
any
Gary,
harm
was
by
it? Is he all right?
Yeah, he is, fortunately.
Oh, look, it's just something the kids saw in a book and they had a go at rigging it up. Obviously, it worked.
They saw it in a book?
Yeah, survivalist handbook. You got one? Yeah, useful. Tells you just about everything you need to know.
About what?
About Y2K. You're all prepared, are you?
Well, emergency services are all ready to
what
go.
happens when emergency services break down?
Well...
Yeah, which is why we're looking after ourselves. There's enough food here for 6 months. No outside electricity, gas or water. There's no phone either.
Oh, it's very impressive.
It's very necessary. We won't be dependent in any way.
The kids not at school today?
No, we're teaching them at home.
How you going with that essay, Miranda?
I can't spell saviour.
Dictionary's on the second shelf.
If I had a laptop like everyone else, it would be so much easier.
Well, we're not everyone else, are we? There's a fully equipped machinery shop over there. Repair anything. A 2,000-litre underground tank of diesel for the Jenny and the vehicle, and when that runs out, we've got the push bikes.
All right, well, it's all very interesting, Mr. Jansen, but we still haven't resolved the matter of the net.
The kids think we might be invaded by people desperate for food.
Well, it's a real possibility.
Oh, Gary was probably just looking for some bits of wood. He makes furniture.
Well, perhaps you got the message.
Barbara.
Oh, all right. I'll be a good neighbour and I'll send the kids over with a cake. How's that?
Oh, that might actually be a very good idea, Mrs. Jansen.
Is that it then?
Well, we'll still have to talk to our boss, but as long as you can guarantee there won't be any more traps, we'll probably be satisfied.
I'll make sure that whatever's left is dismantled, and I'll have a talk with the kids.
Good. Thanks for your cooperation.
Well, the council's been asked to supply emergency management.
Order!
Now, if we could go around the table. Chris.
Well, the council's about as ready as it can be.
SES has helped the trouble.
CFA?
CFA's been ready to go for 2 years.
Red Cross.
How bad is this in council?
Volunteers are all fully briefed and will be headquartered here in the hotel on the night.
Glad to hear it. It's going to be a big party.
Order!
Right, Tom, police.
Well, to tell you the truth, we're not expecting all that much trouble.
Yeah. What would you say was your response readiness on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I wouldn't like to put a figure on it, but pretty good, I'd have to say.
Well, what do you mean, pretty good? Are you going to be able to cope or not?
We've always managed in the past, Russ.
Can the police guarantee that people in Mount Thomas are going to be safe?
Well, we don't give guarantees, but I think I can reasonably say that
Thank
the
you.
interests of the...
That's all I want to do.
Order. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
A couple of acres, room for the kids to have a
I
horse.
think there's a rose garden at the front.
Yes, I think there is.
It's a lot to look after on your own, though.
Yeah, well, I'd probably need a bit of help, wouldn't I?
I better get these on the boss's desk.
I can't believe this. They want us to do everything twice. We did this months ago. Provide a documented list of actions, resources, timing and other details which may allow an alternative way of doing business. Business!
Well, boss, we've got to keep the shop open.
This is not a shop, Lawson, and we are not a business. We are fulfilling our public duty.
Well, that's probably just another way of looking at things, boss.
Thank you very much, Stuart. Did you sort those man-trap people out?
Yes, it was the kids.
But they weren't after animals.
So it was a man-trap?
Yep.
Gary trap. But they're going to dismantle it and apologise to Gary. They seem okay.
So the parents knew about it?
Oh, yeah.
And they condoned it?
Oh, they're actually quite proud of them.
They are survivalists.
How serious are these people? Were there any weapons out there?
Well, we didn't have a warrant to search the place, but I'd say it's likely.
We gave them a solid warning. I think they took it on board.
Yeah, well, I'd still like a word with them. Get them in here, will you, please?
Hey,
Thank you.
you going out with Ben?
Oh, Jack went with him.
Those property ads you were looking at before.
Not another argument, PJ, please.
Sounds pretty good, actually.
You hate farms?
Data for B. It's the two of you.
The two of us?
You and Ben.
There is no me and Ben.
Maggie. I'm never going to be able to give you what he can. You said it yourself. I mean, my idea of a great night out is a Bruce Willis film and a pizza.
What's this about?
It's about who I am. It's about how I can't change.
And I'm not asking you to.
But you have. You have in the past. And you're right, you know, you do deserve more.
Don't you think that I know what I want?
Yeah, I do.
And you think it's Ben?
He is absolutely crazy about you.
I thought you were crazy about me.
Yeah, too crazy to make you miserable for the rest of your life. Look, Maggie, don't you tell me that he hasn't tempted you because you kissed him.
Have you ever thought that maybe I'd rather be miserable?
Maggie, there's a guy out there that makes you happy, you know.
PJ? Sorry, one for CI, a stolen machine gun.
I'll leave you, you've got work to do.
It was a Bren, gas-operated light machine gun. That's where they got the name, Bruno Enfield.
It's okay, Russ. You can spare me the history lesson.
Beautiful weapon, though. They phased them out during the 60s. Very hard to come by.
And where's it usually kept?
Oh, over here. My little museum.
It's quite a collection you got here.
They're non-operational. Wouldn't be allowed to have them otherwise. It's right there.
The only thing they took?
Oh, yeah, they knew what they were after.
How'd they get in?
Oh, they jimmied the door out the back.
Could this gun still fire?
The barrel was blocked and the firing pin was broken.
And it couldn't be made to fire.
Well, I suppose technically it could, but you'd have to know a bit about armoury. You'd have to have a bloody good workshop.
What about ammunition?
303, need a permit.
Do you have one?
Russ, who else would know about this collection?
Oh, other collectors? Some of those guys, they'd do anything to get their hands on a Bren.
Mr. Jansen's here. Boss wanted to come in straight away and sort it out.
Thanks. I'm Senior Sergeant Croydon, Mr. Jansen. Thanks for coming in.
Pleased to meet you, Senior Sergeant. I thought it might be a good idea if I bring Toby in. He was the main one involved.
How are you, Toby?
Good, thanks.
I wouldn't mind having a word with you on your own first.
Yeah, sure. You gonna be okay, mate?
Yep.
Lawson, could you look after Toby, please? This way, Mr.
Sure,
Jansen.
Toby, straight
Acting
through here,
Sergeant.
Yep.
Now, I don't want you to think that just because we're taking a few precautions that we're some sort of loony end of the worlders, because we're not.
That's reassuring.
No, it's pretty obvious stuff. Protect your family first, that sort of thing. And we're just being sensible.
I'm glad to hear it.
But if Y2K does create serious problems, then we're in a
We've got
position...
plans coming out of our ears, believe me. You'd think we're about to be invaded from Mars.
Exactly. Now, you know and I know that every government agency is basing its contingency planning on a worst-case scenario.
I suppose so, yes.
And that's all we're doing here. Now, part of that is making sure the kids have some basic survival skills.
I appreciate that, Mr. Jansen, but setting a man trap goes a bit beyond basic survival skills.
I'm sorry, I have spoken to him. But hey, let's face it, if Mr. Scully hadn't been trespassing, then he
It
wouldn't
doesn't matter
be-
whether he was trespassing or not. There is still a 10-year maximum sentence. By rights, he should be charged.
He's a 12-year-old.
Which is why I'm not going to.
God, I hate these machines. Jack, do you have like a normal sharpener, plastic one?
I'll do it.
That...
Oh, mate, nice knife. Can I have a look at that?
Keep back. Nobody touches my knife.
What's going on?
Toby?
He tried to take my knife, Dad.
Just for a look.
They wanted my knife.
Mate, it's all right, it's all right.
Come on, son, you have to hand it over.
No way, Dad.
Mr. Jansen.
Yeah, it's all right, Senior Sergeant. Look, if everybody could just give us a bit of space here, I'd appreciate it. Toby, remember what we talked about, mate? There's a time and a place. Now, come on.
I just said not to give my knife to anyone.
Sure, if you're in combat, but these are the police, okay? Now, just hand over the knife. We don't want anyone hurt. He's a kid. He's frightened.
What of, if you don't mind me asking?
Of being attacked. Home invasion. As I said to you before, we don't know what'll happen.
Mr. Jansen, that is no reason to turn the boy into some sort of Terminator 3. Now, despite the scare campaign about home invasions, they just will not happen.
Well, it happened to us. Now, the first time, I did the right thing. I reported it to the police. The second time, I wasn't home. An armed thief inside the house and Barbara on her own with the kids. Even the razor wire didn't keep him out.
Where was this?
It was in New Guinea. We lived there for a couple of years. I was under contract to the PNG military. We're putting in a communications network.
Mr. Jansen, what actually happened when this intruder broke in?
Well, we had some mace, and thankfully Barbara had the guts to use it. She and the kids overpowered him. It had a big effect on Toby. And I swore that no one in my family would feel defenceless again.
Mr. Jansen, I can appreciate that, but this is not New Guinea. And I just can't condone this sort of paranoia in a place like Mount Thomas, even if the world is coming to an end. Yet, which it isn't.
Weird kid.
Yeah, well, not exactly the kid's fault.
Mr. Jansen seemed reasonable enough to me.
Perhaps. We still need to sort out what it is we're dealing with here, though. Doyle, did you think he might have weapons out there? Yeah. Well, we need to run a check on whether Jansen has a shooter's licence and any weapons registered.
I'll do that. Oh, thanks, Joe.
Mr. Collister, what can we do for you?
I want a licence for this.
Senior Sergeant?
Where did you get this, Les?
I took it from a Jap officer at Rebel in 42.
Does it work?
Of course it works.
Well, Les, I'm afraid we're going to have to confiscate this. It's an illegal weapon. Lawson, enter it in the property book and give Mr. Collister a receipt.
But I want to make it legal.
It's a handgun, Les. You need a special licence.
I'll apply for one.
I'm really sorry, mate, but I doubt if you'd qualify. Now, why do you want this all of a sudden anyway?
This bug. When they run out of food in the city, they'll be up here like rats.
This millennium bug thing, Les, look, it's really overrated.
What about me parang? Is that legal?
Just go home, will you?
Here's your receipt, Mr. Collister.
Fat lot of good that'll do me.
What's a parang?
Oh, it's this big knife they use in Borneo for cutting people's heads off.
I'm running a business. What if I can't pull beer?
You just have to sell them that bottle stuff.
New Year's Eve is going to be huge. My biggest night in years.
Massive.
1,000 years, eh? Now, you take away people's power and their food.
Beer.
And right. There's no telling what they'll do.
Another?
While I still can, eh?
Well, things are so bad down our way that everyone's a survivalist.
That's right.
Look, I don't know, if things get too rough, I'll just grab my horse, get the swag, head off in the bush, light a fire.
Good idea.
It's all right for you.
Well, do you want to join me?
Well, I might have to.
I might join you.
Not making any preparations, boss.
No, I'm not.
You're a bit quiet.
Oh, I'm just a bit tired, I suppose. I'll head off, actually. I'll see you later.
Give you a lift if you want.
No, it's fine, Ben. Really, I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, my shout. Hey, it's a shout. My shout. Come on in.
I'm coming. Why did you let me sleep in?
I woke you up 7 times.
I didn't hear you.
Go ahead, Maggie.
We're late.
You're late. I'm in trouble.
Do you need a hand here?
Just hope Tom slept in.
Oh, lucky him if he has.
Bad night?
Yeah.
Were you okay at the pub last night?
Look, I'm sorry I took off like I did.
No, I...
Dad, you're blushing.
Leave him alone.
No, look, he is.
Come on, Princess, to school. It's the last day.
Yeah, I'll have fun.
We're having cake and they've all made cards. Jodie told me.
Did she?
Yep.
Both the Jansens have a shooter's licence. Miranda and Toby have got junior permits.
Ah, it's a real family affair, isn't it?
2 12-gauge shotties, 2 410s and 2 22s.
Anything else we should know?
Oh, no criminal records.
But they're armed to the back teeth with guns, knives, man traps.
Boss, got Gary Scully on the phone.
What now?
Someone just tried to shoot him with a machine gun.
I was out here early this morning. Thought I might find something useful on it. And this machine gun opens up. So I dive behind the car, and you can see, look, the bullets come straight through it. Miracle I wasn't killed.
Did you see anyone, Gary?
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Didn't poke my head up. I crawled away to safety and then I ran for it.
So what? It must have come from somewhere over here then. So, Gary, whose land is this?
This is state forest here. My place is back there a bit and Jansen starts over there.
These are 303 shells.
Yeah, it looks like a machine gun.
Has to be Russ Cavill's.
Well, I certainly hope there aren't any other Bren guns banging about the place.
Hang on, I thought that his was inoperable, though.
No, he said it could be fixed with the right equipment.
Are they shooting at Gary, do you think?
Oh, but just firing at the car body, I reckon.
Unless they're trying to scare him off.
Well, why would you want to scare someone off in the state forest?
Dope plantation, who knows?
And you reckon the Jansen's place is nearby?
Yeah, Jansen's got a pretty serious workshop out there, but I don't know what he'd be doing with a machine gun.
Well, they're survivalists, mate.
Survivalists? They're living on another world. They've got more weapons than you can poke a stick at. Anything's possible.
Well, not out there guarding a dope plantation with a Bren gun, though.
I'd still like to go for a warrant.
You reckon? It'd be touch and go, wouldn't it?
It's still a business of the man trap and a child carrying a prohibited weapon. Well, it could be enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Sound like a 22.
Sound like it came from that direction.
Stop, police!
Don't move!
Mr. Jansen, put the gun down.
Drop your weapon now!
Mr. Jansen, put the weapon down. Put it on the ground, now. Step back from the weapon. Constable, secure the weapon.
Toby, it's all right, son. Stop now.
Turn away from him. Hands in the air.
You got it all wrong. You don't have to do that.
You've got some explaining to do. Come with me.
It's a new concept in fathering.
We had him standing in front of a tree, claimed he was getting him used to being shot at.
Fabulous. Is the boy all right?
Oh, yeah, he seems fine. We left him at home with his mother. He didn't seem to be bothered at all. Joe's outside with Miranda, the daughter.
And no sign of the Bren gun?
No, but I'm prepared to believe anything now.
All right, lock up and let's go and talk to him.
Well, it's a standard practice. It's the same in the army. It's how you get people used to being under fire.
This is a 12-year-old.
He's been through it before. He doesn't mind. In fact, he quite likes it.
He likes it?
It makes him feel he can deal with anything that comes up. Oh, and you have a problem with that, do you?
Yes, I do.
Didn't kids have pea rifles when you were young?
That's different. They were for popping at rabbits, not for shooting at people. And my father never ever set me up like William Tell.
Senior Sergeant, I want my kids to be able to survive in a world that may turn very nasty very quickly.
I am not against people taking reasonable precautions, Mr. Jansen, but this is way over the top.
Is it? Are you sure? Are you aware of what might actually happen? I've worked in computers and no one is really ready for this.
Can we forget about the future of the world for the time being and just deal with the situation in hand? You deliberately discharged a weapon under circumstances that might have endangered your son's life.
I wasn't endangering anyone. I'll prove that in court if I have to.
Well, I would be very happy to give you the chance.
Fine. You do what you have to do and I'll do what I have to do.
Ben, Miranda was anxious to have a word with you.
OK, Miranda, come on through. Joe, do you want to take the property book into Tom?
Yeah.
Thanks. Can I get you something?
No, thanks.
Oh, I'll make a pretty good Milo.
Yeah, okay.
OK, just around here.
I was just wondering what was happening with Dad.
Well, look, we're still talking to him at this stage.
Will he have to go to jail?
I don't think so. Miranda, do these guns worry you?
Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
So they say.
Dad is just trying to look after us, making sure that we can survive. We can't do without him. Please let him come home.
We're going to have to bring the DHS in on this.
Well, he shouldn't be allowed to have responsibility for kids.
You know, the sad thing is that I think he genuinely believes that he's doing the right thing. Oh, OK, we wouldn't do it, but there are plenty of places in the world where kids have to learn to defend their families.
Oh, come on, this is Mount Thomas, not the Congo.
The man is a crank.
Still, it's a bit extreme taking the kids away from their parents.
Well, I doubt that that'll happen. That's a decision for the DHS, not for us. Now, has anybody done anything about locating this missing Bren gun? Has anybody checked with the gun shops about ammunition sales?
I'm getting onto that, yeah.
All right, well, anybody with the right category licence can buy 303. And also, a lot of the cockies have still got old army rifles, and it's also the gun club.
Yep.
Whoops.
This is why I like ravioli.
OK, point taken.
Okay, sweetheart, you know I'll come down to Melbourne and see you all as often as I can.
I'd rather stay.
Yeah, I know. I know. But you'd be with Maddie and Josh, that'd be good, eh?
Why can't they come up here?
Well, sweetheart, your mum loves you very much. And she thinks that you need to be with the family. And we've been through all this before.
I promise I won't be late for school again.
Look, it's not about school. Your mum thinks that you need to be with them, and I agree with her.
But I have you.
No, it's not enough. You need your mum and Maddie and Josh.
Don't you need us too?
Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Hey, you reckon you'd be able to see your way clear to come around for dinner one night next week?
Yeah, I like that.
Great. There you go. Thanks, mate.
Lawson not in yet.
Oh, he's just out the back, boss.
I had a call back from the DHS late yesterday. They are going to follow up on the Jansons.
Geez, they won't like that.
Well, you saw what he was doing to that boy. Those children need to be protected.
Oh, absolutely. You wouldn't be opposed to me ducking out there and letting them know about this, would you?
Just be careful.
Yeah, sure.
Boss, no one matching the Jansons' description has been buying up on 303, but someone else has. Bought the entire stock over at St David's, 1,200 rounds.
1,200?
A Gwen Norden, according to the gun register, there's a Melbourne address. So I rang the Melbourne number. Gwen Norden doesn't live there anymore, but her sister does. Gwen Norden is the maiden name of a Mrs. Gwen Cavill.
Oh, for God's sake. Russ, he's stolen his own gun, the idiot.
Good work, Parrish.
All right, I'll organise a warrant, but when you go over there, don't start looking for a whole Bren gun. He'll have broken it down and he'll be hiding it all over the joint.
Don't know why you people can't go and work where you're needed. Tell me, why would I pinch my own gun?
You tell us, Mr. Cavill.
Jack?
I got a family to protect.
We are the police, Russ. We do the protecting.
Well, I'm sorry, Tom, but so far you haven't reassured me.
So you're making me responsible for your paranoia?
I just wanted it in case.
In case what?
You know you nearly killed Gary Scully.
Hey? Oh, it's rubbish.
When you were shooting up that car?
Oh, I didn't see anyone.
That's because he was flat on his face hiding behind it, terrified. You are damn lucky you didn't hit him.
It's now become a matter for the DHS.
Why did you have to report it?
Look, we have no choice. If we see something, we have to report it. It's the law.
So the Human Services is going to arrive out here and what? Take my kids away?
No, Barbara, they'll just inspect the place. They'll talk to you, talk to the kids.
And then take them away.
That may not happen.
How do I know? How can I be certain?
Look, we just thought that you should be warned, that's all. Here, I better go.
Get out of the car.
Mrs. Jansen, please.
Mum, what are you doing?
Look, if you want to lose the kids, you're going the right way.
Shut up! Miranda, take his gun. No!
For God's sake, please, Barbara, don't involve...
Do as I tell you! This is insane! Miranda! Toby? Take his gun.
Look, no, I'm sorry, I can't let you have my gun.
I don't want to have to hurt you.
Toby, be very, very careful with that, mate, and careful. Point of the way.
Give it to me.
Barbara, please, listen to me. This is the worst possible thing that you could do.
No one is going to take away my children.
You'll be summoned to appear in
Mount Thomas Police, Constable Wilson's. Yeah, okay, Gary, calm down. No worries, yep. Just hang on. Boss?
PJ, how close are you to the Smith Scully Road?
Yeah, we could be there in about 5.
All right, I want you to proceed to the entrance of the Scully property. Gary Scully will meet you at the road with Miranda Jansen.
Barbara, please, stop. Just to think about what you're doing.
Is it tight, Toby?
Yes, Mum.
This won't get you anywhere.
Watch him close. Remember?
I mean, you can't just keep me here, tied up at gunpoint. It won't solve anything.
This family stays together.
Barbara, look, I've got 3 kids of my own. And I know that all that you want is to have them with you and safe.
If If I lose them, I lose everything. Can you understand that?
Yes. Yes, I can. But all I'm saying is that doing it this way won't help.
Barbara, my God, what's going on?
They're trying to take our kids away from us.
That's not quite right. All that's happening is the DHS are coming out here and they want to talk to you.
What? Has he threatened you, has he?
He threatened the family.
Oh, please, Barbara, we have to let him go. This is crazy. Mate, this is a mistake.
Don't touch him, Warwick!
It's all right.
I'm only doing what you taught us. If they come for the family, defend yourselves.
G'day. I didn't know what to do.
No, you're right, Gary. G'day, Miranda. I'm Senior Detective Hasham.
And I'm Senior Constable Doyle. Can you tell us what happened?
Come on, Warwick. This isn't the way out, so let's just talk about where we can go from here.
He's the enemy, Warwick.
Stopping this now is the only way that you are going to keep the kids.
It's too late.
No. No, Barbara, it's not.
Let's think about this. Let's be logical.
Oh, I am being logical. 1, we have to keep the kids here. 2, you haven't got the guts to do it. Therefore, 3, it'll have to be me. Now, isn't that logical?
Barbara, you kill me, and I guarantee you there's going to be cops all over this place in half an hour, so then where do you go?
What have we prepared all of this for, Warwick?
Oh, not for this. It wasn't meant to happen
It
yet.
isn't the books now, Warwick. This is a code yellow. And I know what I have to do. We negate the enemy, regroup, and defend, if necessary. Just like you said.
Barbara, you listen to me. Shooting me is no way out.
And what is the way out exactly, eh? You tell me that. You shouldn't have come here, pal.
Look, I can see that. But I came here to try and do you guys a favour. And Warwick, this isn't the end of the world. It's just a routine DHS procedure.
We know how bureaucracies work. Once the wheels start, they don't stop.
We're prepared for this. We can hold out.
Yeah, you. What about your kids? Is this what you want for them? This isn't the world that you wanted to create for them, surely.
That's enough!
Warwick.
Please don't shoot him, Mum.
Shut up, Aiden.
Now, Barbara, listen. Listen to Aiden. Now, you know that I'm not the enemy here. You love your kids. They mean everything to you. Everything. It's a tough world out there, but they're just kids. Whatever you do, don't leave them on their own with nobody around to protect them.
I don't want you and Doyle go anywhere near that house. Take up a position on the road and isolate and contain the premises.
She's just lost it. She thinks that policeman's there to take us away, and she will do anything.
Miranda, can you tell me about the training?
There are all these codes and stages. As soon as something starts, we all automatically know what to do.
But you refused?
Yeah, well, she went too far this time. But you have to understand that all of this is only because they love us.
Miranda, look, I know it's hard, but I've got to ask you this. Do you think your mum would go so far as to kill someone?
Yeah.
Barbara, just think about what you're doing.
I am thinking!
It's time to act, Bob. We need to act
No,
here.
let's not. Let's just talk. Okay, Barbara. Now, I can't guarantee what's going to happen if we walk out of here right now. I can't make any promises. But I can tell you what will happen if we don't. These kids, Aiden, Toby, Miranda, these kids will lose their parents. Your family will be split up. Now, is that really what you want?
Please don't shoot him, Mum. Oh, darling. Please, please.
Barbara, put the gun
It's
down.
okay, Bob. Put the gun down. Go on.
Just put it down. Put it on the table. Put it down. That's it.
No! Toby, mate. It's over, all right? Go, son.
The weapon is secured and the situation is now under control.
Received. 508 to be with you shortly, 250.
Receive that.
What's going to happen to Mum?
She has to go to the police station, but we can go in with her.
Yeah, I know, but after that?
We have to do this, Toby. You boys need to be brave, eh?
Receive that VKC, we're on our way. Mags?
Yep.
Benny's okay.
What about the kids?
No props, let's get there. Okay, Mr. Jansen, we'll head up. You want to take Miranda, Aiden and Toby?
Miranda, you take him in. Where's Toby?
I don't know.
Toby!
Toby?
Toby, come on, mate. Let's go.
Gonna get going with your dad, mate. What do you got there?
You're not taking her away!
Toby!
Toby, give it to me, man! Give it to me!
Is that thing real?
Yes, it is. Toby!
No! You let them take her away!
All right, Toby, just take it easy, mate.
I'll do it! What are you going to do?
If he lets go of that lever, we've got 5 seconds.
All right.
He's only a little boy!
Everybody just move back. Move back. Just move back. Toby, you know what happens if that thing explodes?
I don't want you to take my mum to jail!
You forget about jail, mate. Your mum, your sister, your dad, all will be dead. You don't want that, do you? And this is what we're going to do, mate. I'm going to move to you. I'm going to move my hand. I'm going to put my hand on your hand, but it's really important that you don't release the lever from the grenade. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Down! Everybody down! Get down, Toby! Down!
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Toby?
mate. You all right, Toby?
You okay?
Well, if you'd just like to come through here, please, Mrs. Jansen.
Can I go with her?
No, we're going to need to interview her first.
And we're going to need you to be present when we interview the boy. What was the boy doing with a grenade, for God's sake?
We brought them back from New Guinea in a container.
You mean to say there are more of them out there?
Yes, there is. No, it seems stupid now, yeah, I know.
It's a bit late to realise that.
We were frightened. We just want to survive.
We all want to survive, Mr. Jansen. We all want to protect our families. But not like this.
Listen, it was Emma, wasn't it? And that's the reason you came back.
Yes, it was. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. Don't be.
I'll leave you to it.
Hey, just be happy. Okay? Yeah. Listen, I just wanted to say thanks for doing all that stuff today at the Jansen's place. And for saying what you said the other day about me and Maggie. But I think we both learned a lot since then. Don't you reckon? Well, it won't shut?
No. That's the problem. Yeah, it's all right. I'll go and get some string.
Oh, you're fond of baked beans, are you, boss?
Well, I'm just stocking up, you know, just in case.
Oh, I've put a few cans away myself.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you Sunday night then.
Yeah, all right. You look after yourself, Emma. I don't know what we're going to do without you.
I left a note of instructions on your desk of how to look after Dad.
Right.
Come on, Em. Climb on board. We've got to get going.
Okay, well, I'll see you soon.
Promise me you'll look after Dad.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him for you. Bye.
Bye.
What are you dressed up for? I got your pizza.
You're going out.
Oh, why? I got a Bruce Willis video for you.
Maggie, we can't go on like this. And after today, I realised that there are just some things you can't put off. Maggie, I love you more than anything else on earth. That's why I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I know it's taken a while. But Maggie,
It fits.